suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. It's suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Yeah.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night, erase all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll up here, we're free, bound only by frozen memories, lost in time, racing all these broken dreams tonight, and we'll
remaining. Radiant team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
10.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are all good to
10
go.
seconds remaining.
We do have to remake after this game due to some thanks Volvo issues
5
for
seconds remaining.
Xpet.to. But first we got the draft going on, and it's already an exciting start with the Chen picked up here. Chen's one of those heroes. We see him every now and then. When we do see him, he either does really well or, well, kind of falls off. Xpet now taking a bit of a risk by revealing the Phantom Lancer early. Even Earthshake is still left in the draft. Looks like they're really drafting a very dangerous strat here.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, you can get punished pretty hard by having a PL get counterpicked by a ton of AoE.
5
Sft
seconds
Esports,
remaining.
they haven't even chosen their offlaner yet, so Xpet, they do seem pretty confident. Might be a fake out that the
Dire
Phantom Lancer
team
is
pick.
going to...
Legion Commander.
Okay, Legion Commander picked up. Great way of dealing with a couple of illusions. Phantom Lancer, it's one of those picks where, I don't know, he's usually last pick material, so I wonder why Xpet have decided to
10
choose him now.
seconds remaining.
There's gotta be some sort of thought behind it.
5 seconds remaining.
Xpet now about to go for the next pick here. They still need an offlaner, so I'm guessing you'd pick that first before revealing your very last pick. After all, you got the
Radiant
choice of
team pick.
picking mid lane, which counts.
Brewmaster!
There he is again, the drunken cat. Can't get enough of that guy. He is huge. Not just literally. I'm not trying to diss him here because he's a little chubby. I mean, his ultimate is huge when it comes to turning a game around and really messing things up for your
10
opponent.
seconds remaining.
So let's see what
5
Sft Esports
seconds
are going to
remaining.
counterpick. Since Legion Commander is not bad, the problem is LC kinda doesn't go so well against Brewmaster, especially not if you... I mean, you got two choices. Either you try to manfight the Brewmaster, who got mischance, so you are not really going to set up a good kill unless you...
Dire
Well, maybe
team
with the
back.
Macro Pyre plus Dual Grunt. That's about it. Otherwise, you're not going to win a duel against Brewmaster with the mischance. And... well, if he has ultimate available and you duel somebody else, then you're just going to get tornadoed up by the air and...
10
or that,
seconds remaining.
or the Earth's Remnant stuns you up. There's just a lot of crowd control
5
once Brewmaster
seconds
presses
remaining.
R. A lot of crowd control Legion Commander isn't good at dealing with. However, if it isn't the LC that's getting disabled,
Radiant
if
team back.
Xpet.co try to initiate, the Prestige attack is going to be pretty huge to help deal with the Brewmaster. Especially if you want him to set up good kills for the Phantom Lancer. Where you tornado somebody up and shortly before the tornado ends, Phantom Lancer gets in position, casts the Doppelganger, surrounds you entirely and just
10
burns
seconds
burns
remaining.
through your mana in a couple of seconds. Especially because you
5
can chain it
seconds
up really well.
remaining.
Tornado, shortly before the landing the Doppelganger,
Radiant team
Boulder
pick.
Toss, which still doesn't have anything to do with actually Earth Elements. I mean, throw something kinetic at somebody. Great. Nice. But
10
I guess if it
seconds
works.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
SFT now about to decide on the last pick here. They got plenty of time to do so. The main question is, what is hard to counter pick, which also suits the draft here. It's going to be a mid lane puck and off lane
Dire
Legion
team
Commander most
pick.
likely, might be a mid lane Legion
Anti-mage.
Commander. And the last pick is going to be an anti-mage. Kind of brave. I mean, anti-mage, he is great for going late game.
10
He
seconds
does have AoE
remaining.
with Battle Fury to help deal with Phantom Lancer. But do you really have the
5
time for
seconds
it, is
remaining.
the question. He needs a long time to come online. It's how you counter the hero. Just put on aggression before anti-mage is online and then you're 20k ahead or up to 20k ahead. By the time he's finally able to try and fight back. Makes things a bit more difficult than they have to be. Now Xpet, they can counterpick the anti-mage in any way they find suitable. Pick something to go even later game. Maybe something of hard crowd control against the anti-mage so he can't blink away and you can go for a kill. Another option would be to pick a pusher and say you're not going to get time to farm. Already got a Phantom Lancer to split push out lanes after all, so all you need to really finish this draft would be tower damage Pugna maybe? But Pugna doesn't fare well against anti-mage. Some good source of tower damage could really be significant here, but that's hard to find. And Xbet.co, they are running out of time. There we go. It's going to be a
Now
Terrorblade.
select your
So
heroes.
Xbet, they do say, you want to play late game, we're going to match you and play even later game. So we got a remake coming up here because, well, thanks Volvo issues, playing it 4v5 wouldn't be fair. So give me a second, guys. I'm just going to leave the screen like this so you get...
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle. "30 seconds to battle.
Shout out to Toppes Vestergaard. Toppes Vestergaard. No idea who that is, but one shout out. Yerza gets shouted as well. I'm just a cast, I have no idea who those people are, but I'm definitely going to get a shout out. Since it's one of the few cool things you can do if you're going to be a competitive Dota player, you know. Phantom Lancer looking fancy as hell, albeit a bit weak. So there we are. Fast start coming out. Turbo immediately going into the jungle here. Putting a ward over there. Not a common ward spot. Just barely in the camp. A lot of people place it a bit more towards the stairway. Like over here. To just make sure you don't block the camp, because you don't expect this ward here if the camp isn't blocked, but this time around the intention of course is to block the camp, just have that ward de-warded. It's completely fine. The is going to be playing a mid lane Phantom Lancer, which up against the puck should be a pretty decent matchup, because they both can dodge most of each other's harass. Doppelganger has a slightly longer cooldown, of course, than the phase shift, but you actually get illusions which you can use to manipulate creep, aggro, and the likes. Capable hands, Doppelganger can be a really good ability to help dominate the mid lane.
The battle begins.
Next level on the Terrorblade.
It is mine.
So Terrorblade against Legion Commander lane should be kind of not really biased towards either side. What is risky from Expat is that they have two illusion heroes against an anti-mage and a Legion Commander and a Puck and an Earth Spirit. The AoE just keeps adding up. I mean, it might not be as big as stuff like a Venomancer or an Earthshaker, but it's big enough to mess up your game plan if the illusions get killed off at the beginning of the fight. If you take a ton of damage as well and then get singled out. Having good focus fire after all is one of the more important parts of Dota. Not really possible to make kill happen, despite SFGE's efforts here. Brewmaster got the mischance, Hero is sitting a bit in the back, he's got a slow as well in case he really needs to outrun you. So it looks to be a pretty quiet laning stage, unless in the mid lane anybody goes within the other's kill range. After all, the Phantom Lancer might not be scaling that well when it comes to nuke damage, but a single unexpected lance can do a significant amount of damage, especially if you think Phantom Lance is missing. You go in this area with low health, all of a sudden the lance comes on in, you don't manage to press phase shift time. But other than that, I'm guessing these two are just going to dodge most of what the other throws at them. STST dangerously low, try to kill Brewmaster, but it's Brewmaster. He's tanky as hell, got 3 base armor, got mischance and even more mischance. And crit, just in case you need to punish tower dive. But now Jakiro on his own.
Are you even trying?
Kind of helpless. He is going to manage to not get killed there. After all, it's generally really scary if you go on somebody who has a powerful slow to try and tower dive, because all of a sudden it's really hard to estimate how many tower dives you take. B7 up against Niqua on the off lane. So this matchup is going to be pretty simple. Terrorblade got Metamorphosis up. Legion is going to be bullied out of lane and has to run. And Terrorblade doesn't have Metamorphosis up, and we're just going to see a couple of overwhelming odds deal for Terrorblade. Terrorblade now gets Metamorphosis up, and Niqua taking it off damage. Meanwhile, Chen tries to enable a kill with the creep there. But that's not going to happen. He has 2 Skelly men on standby. STSD taking a crap ton of damage there with the force through Master Crit. Getting slowed up. Taking for a ton of DP. And Ice Path just makes sure that Sasha Clockwork gets the kill. Illidan trying to go for a kill on Brewmaster. Brewmaster now able to solve up in peace. Really nice first blood there for Team Expat. Also, it's funny that I got the blurry hero portrait back with Brewmaster out of all heroes. Clockwork gone on once again. Ice Path this time around going to be off the mark, but Medic alone is going to take him down too far. He's a pretty resilient guy, you don't kill him off that easily. The best way of killing Brewmaster really is either heroes who have magical burst damage, or actually I think the best way, and that is of course available for Team Sft Esports here, would be the Maledict. Because it's reliable damage, especially a bit later on. You don't really need a good setup for it, you can just Maledict him. You see, okay, Maledict is connected. Earth Spirit jumps on in with a Magnetize, and Brewmaster should be taken down pretty quickly, because he relies on armor and mischance to mostly outfight physical damage dealers, and then a big magical damage combo could ruin his day. D7 meanwhile farming not bad. Topson doing really well against Phantom Lancer, which I think is mostly because Topson knows how to manipulate creep aggro better. He doesn't really have to do with the hero method, because Phantom Lancer, he still hits harder than the puck with the winning stage. You can still secure creeps which puck can't get yet, giving you an edge less than denies, which right now isn't the case just because Topson keeping the lane control perfectly in his favor. Again, trying to stay back, the roll comes in, the beam call comes in. And with the doppelganger, going to buy enough space for Turbo to come on in. Pablo going to get away there. Pablo on the Earth Spirit. I generally like those really experienced players to play Earth Spirit, the tier 2 scene veterans, because it's a hero which requires just spamming him. You don't need to be super smart in terms of long setups or complicated laning stages. All you need to do is you need to hit your stuff and know which ability to use when. Nico gets pushed back hard there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I saw 9 on Chen. And this is a bit of an interesting choice. Blightstone and Penitence on the Chen to make sure all of a sudden somebody takes a ton of armor when you're using your
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
No.
See, this is the lane control that I was talking about Topson can get against Phantom Lancer. I mean, in comparison, he is now catching up. because of his insane agility gain.
Puck out!
PL does have the point of juxtapose there.
Fear in your eye.
Pablo roaming around, might set up a kill on Sft Clockwork. Okay, so the Kiro getting stamped up here. Tons of damage from the mana burn from the anti-mage, but Brewmaster with the slow is going to save the sports life. Can the Kiro can he even survive? Anti-mage now going for a tower dive with the Orb of Venom. Like I said, Illidan likes to fight and he's pretty seasoned at that, pretty good at that. Going to secure a nice juicy kill. He has the health region to stay in lane now.
What have we here?
My thrift rewarded.
Topson getting less and less playing in EM, so I think he wants to go for a couple of ganks sooner rather than later. He doesn't reach and build up. This might just be his time. I mean, don't get me wrong. Topson still most definitively wants mid lane, just not by a margin. Maybe going for a gank might be more kind of way to use your same power curve. Russia Clockwork. This time around he's going to go down. Medic damage is adding up there. STST gets it inspired. Now definitely is. SB7 finishes the job. Turbo listens out the tail, and Topson went down as well to a mid lane gank from Salt there on the Chen. Went for the medallion.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, now you got a ton of armor reduction, plus the penitence bonus damage, which means some heroes are going to take a ton of armor. This should be like a total of nearly double damage onto STST. If you pair that up with a couple of strong different abilities which are never supposed to be or even better, Metamorphosis, things are going to get ugly real fast. People are just going to get penalized up and shut down the way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Clockwork now going to farm against Niqua instead, so it is permanent lane switch, at least for the remainder of the laning stage. And it turns out having a Brewmaster fight against the Legion might not be the best idea. LC going to win the duel. Niqua now just going to go down to DM there on the Phantom Lancer, but he deals significant physical damage and
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Solens went down. Solens 9 went down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm just going to use the slightly more comfortable pronunciation for the East cast. Sasha went for the Soul Ring. Brewmaster. Pretty much any hero builds Soul Ring nowadays because it gives you great value. I do hope the item isn't gonna get nerfed because, well, maybe a little bit. You could potentially up the damage it does to you. 50 isn't too much for most people to deal with. Now the Brewmaster farming to mid lane. Here he is actually more comfortable at. Since Puck can't do crap to you,
is under attack.
You got the miss chance, you got the crit if Puck comes in your melee range to put on harass. E7 next level going down to Pablo there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's so pro available now. Niqua probably going to slow down. Managed to get up to the shrine. Pablo teleports in just for good measure. Expert, they weren't even planning to chase that far, it seems, because they didn't. Wait, did they have vision? Is there ward up here? No. They didn't know that Pablo was in. Game freeze, just a quick reconnection. That's fine. We all know the struggle of having bad internet every now and then, because sadly it does happen to the best ISPs out there. They should make ISPs optimized for esports. Like, some internet providers should offer something optimized for esports. Sadly, with the way internet providers are currently going, that's probably just going to mean esports work for everything else. For everything else, the company that wants to work fast has to pay money to the provider. And that neutrality thing, which is currently going shit, it's the vent here bad. And I think I should switch over to net worth by now. The teams are still laning up against each other. Not really much of a difference, except for the anti-mage being ahead of the Terrorblade here. So Topson sitting on top of the river. Still really hasn't tried to rotate that much, despite having the Veil of Discord. Rumaster also committed on the bottom lane to try and go on a kill on STST. He does have some stick charge to keep himself alive a little while longer. If he manages to live long enough to use them, he ends still throwing out the gas. Must stand up here. STST gets out of Thunderclap range and is now just running for his life. Brewmaster, pretty slow hero, can't just catch up. Then teleport out. That's not a good idea against Pablo.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now Sft Esports are pulling ahead quite a bit. Niqua got a blink dagger, meaning we're going to see some more initiation action. And Brew, an offlaner with pretty similar dynamics as the Legion commander, is going to have to wait for his blink dagger for a bit. Yeah. With the Soul Ring, of course,
Dire's
you can always fight and farm jungle more efficiently, so it does have a lot of advantages. If LC is now going to run over you, things could be pretty bad. There go Phantom Lance's illusions, but he does manage to doppelganger out in time. It's a pretty fast skill.
Double harm shall I deal. A prize.
Talk about this thing as well. Meanwhile, B7 or next level, whichever of those two his actual name is still farming up, waiting for his moment to shine, which it's going to take a while. And Antimate is probably going to beat him to it, because first of all, it's Illidan. Second of all, he got off to a great start, helping out Battle Fury timing a bit. TST managed to live. Ooh, it's taking time damage from it. That's a nice skill to have against chubby, badass kids.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Duel up on 10. In comes Topson with the new damage now. Finds another kill there. Onto Turbo. Topson just going to teleport out as Phantom Nest does have stun. He does have a diffusion blade though, so at least he hits hard and is able to disable people from catching spells this early on. Especially that disabling them from catching spells can be huge if you find good initiation on anyone. Which goes super weak to having no mana. Same goes for Earth Spirit and LC can kind of cope. Moment of courage. Just keep attacking a loop until you find the right answer.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
7 manages to get out of there without being remagnetized, but it doesn't really matter. Now a duel up onto the Kiro. Well, Expert is still roaming around for a counter gank. But now they're going to come on in. LC got the blink up in time though, and is now just wait. TP is on cooldown. Niqua going to be in a lot of trouble here.
Stings.
And I mean, to be fair, lead to commander whenever you last it. She says next round is on me. Every now and then. That's exactly what just happened.
Middle tower is under attack.
Dasha Clockwork was just like, have another drunken haze.
Dire's middle
Solution to
tower
all
is
problems
under
in
attack.
another round. So the next round literally was on the commander, I guess.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tower being pushed in. A lot of aggression here. With B7, able to push pretty damn fast. Metamorphosis isn't going to last forever, but you don't need it to last forever. Just long enough to deal significant tower damage. And then you back off. He does get out of that thanks to Chen. So Chen is going to be the target instead. P2 Commander being kicked into position just to make sure you get the full damage, giving your friend a little push there. Straight shot. Hibernate my ass fuck. No reason to be a pity bitch about it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And some more excellent bottom lane. Took quite a bit there, but there's always something going on. Terror Blade ruining the duel there for Niqua, who's already sitting at 48 extra damage, hitting for nearly 200 at shortly before 20 minutes. It's not too bad. I mean, Niqua isn't able to single-handedly carry this game anytime soon, but you don't need to because, well, Legion Commander is present in nearly every fight and doesn't always win the fight, and you just sit looking and farming up on the bottom lane. Master ultimate as initiation, but Earth Spirit gets out. Niqua isn't discovered yet. Pablo running for his life. Can he actually get out of the now?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, doesn't get the roll out. Ice Phantom is there in time to cancel it out. Pretty sure he was already dead.
Is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, thanks to Red though. Getting his Manta style up at a pretty decent rate. Might have had slightly late battle fury compared to what you can do when you aren't fighting early on. But you did create space for yourself. Well, Topson out of mana, not able to get away there, and he knows it.
We have strength in numbers. What did you have?
I think it's just going to die here.
Radiant's bottom tower
Which
is under
means
attack.
we're at a really close game. It is a split push doing a lot of work.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower has fallen.
The Hood of Divines, I mean, is pretty big against these command as well. LC relying on the overwhelming odds to deal with the PL illusions. Not really a hero known for a ton of AoE. Just good at clearing
She's mine.
nice squishy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'll take that.
Cam? Going to try for these teams just avoiding each other right now. That might change as Illidan trying to go to Brumas. He's got the man cell. There's the duel up. Brumas is just dead. Boom! Big blue explosion to finish the deal. Now all of a sudden Team Sft Esports are pulling ahead quite a bit. Expert.co, they want to change that. Smoke. Find Topson here. Topson smart enough to get out if you see a smoke at the hero. Because he's never going to be alone. If it was the smoke the Brumas, that would be realistic to find alone.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And now got the heat. Illidan got the power of Red Dota, the Manta style, Battle Fury. Looks like we're going to have a battle of the Titans here. Anti-Mage Phantom that's really close in that war. There we go. Legion Commander ultimate. Magnetize to follow up. And the duel will still be won. Terrorblade now going to run Niqua. Niqua, that's teleport out of there. Not trying to turn around, but DM is faster. With thousands of illus. Well, it wasn't quite that much, but close to it. However, LC is still ranking up the damage, which eventually is going to matter. We've seen that before. Very long game. LC all of a sudden hit like 2 divine rapiers. This time around, however, it's not quite the same game. Phantom against Anti-Mage. There we go. Big matchup with some help from the clock. PL is going to lose the illus, but Illidan decides to get out. And he almost nukes down DM now. DM on the run out of there. Puck doesn't have the mana to go for a kill. Has to TP out instead of wasting his Phantom Lancer. Well, having mana for the kill isn't the issue. Bottle. Having enough mana to go for a kill and then get away. Getting chopped down now by the Anti-Mage. I wonder what he's going to go for. A Skull Basher does seem nice if you are actually going to have a right-click battle against Phantom Lancer. But looks like it's going to be a Linkit or something similar instead. Linkit or Skadi. Pretty much the only two options after the Manstell's done.
Illusion.
DM meanwhile saving for his hard barrage, making him way tankier. In terms of armor, he's good at man-fighting Anti-Mage. Shouldn't really have that much of a chance. Third of Defiance, making his ultimate hit for far less damage. If you now just get a good health total, you're good. You're hit pretty much good. Okay, so all over the map. People are colliding, but mostly just Illu's used to Citrus from the side of Expat. Well, Illidan is still farming. Now DM going on Pablo, but just with a couple of illusions to try and be interesting. Okay, and here we go. Battle of the Illusions. Anti-mage sides. He doesn't want to take it.
Dire's middle tower.
He just has too many PLs to deal with, especially with the Aegis, since if Anti-Mage wins that matchup, it's going to be a really close fight. It's just going to be a matter of getting that ult nuke damage in the right time. Now the top tier tower is getting pushed down. Illidan says, okay, let's go. We had an equal count of towers. Let's trade. I'm completely good with that. Must also committed. Witch Dogs are going to go down. Now, next level, hitting the tower for John. Witch Dogs can't really defend yet. All of a sudden, this game escalates really quickly. Yes. With the Terror Blade, there's plenty of push available. And Illidan says, okay, we're going to push. Let's make the race there as well. However, that's the race that Illidan is going to lose. Dishing out constant damage to everyone around him. Topson went for the Yules now to try and make his life a bit easier when Phantomland sets up on him. And SFT, they are technically still at a gold advantage, mostly because some is still left from the one laning stage. And Anti-Mage, despite not winning fights, he is pushing really damn hard. Got the Lincoln Spear now. I think he needs some kind of item to man-fight Phantom Lancer. Maybe an MKB, otherwise a Soul Basher. Those do seem to be the two best options Anti-Mage has here. Phantom Lancer now tanky as all hells. If you're going to outfight him, you need to up your damage output. Otherwise, despite his illusions not hitting for that much, if you're out of mana, they still do hurt. Especially if there's a good deal surrounding you. It didn't just easily sidestepping everything he throws at him. And now trying to go turbo. Ben says, he interfering, but gets punched for his interference. Now Legion Commander fueling up to Hero. LC hitting the tier 3 tower and the 3 vs 5 defense. And all of a sudden, Sft Esports are going to return to favor. This reminds me of the old Chinese Dota, where both teams pick a super late game carry. The two carries are going to meet every now and then, that's inevitable. But they're just going to poke each other a little bit. They're not trying to kill one another. They're not going to go, say, man up bitch, let's fight. No, on the contrary, two of them are just going to try and prevent the other from farming for a while, force the other to go back if possible, as long as you don't take any risks. And then you're just like, okay, it's been fun, sir, have a nice day. Well, disengaging. And in the end, that can't end in any way that's a really big fight, so that's what I'm waiting for here.
Gold for my tower.
Niqua split pushing a little bit.
Radiant's bottom strong.
Seems to be a fight. And after hitting the Pride a bit coming in as well. However, Turbo, he got caught with Green Coil. Illidan with the Mantis Cell, no trouble finishing the job. His own Illu is the most annoying thing most of the time. Rollins. Fueled up again and Legion Commander sitting at 100 damage. That's not bad at all. Going to Blade Mail up. Niqua will get executed.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
meanwhile. Getting a lane of Rex, getting back. So now in terms of base push, all of a sudden Team Sft Esports are ahead again. The question is how long they can keep being ahead. Pablo getting torn apart by DM. Anti-Mage now forced to go for an MKB.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Okay, a bit of a risk here since Pendulous doesn't mind evasion as much as the anti-mage does. So getting an MKB on the anti-mage is better than the butterfly here. Then again, Illidan might not be knowing that Phantom Lancer is going for even more evasion or great attack to make Illus multiply even faster. Honestly, we can just be glad there's a maximum to juxtapose. Without a maximum, it would be the funniest skill in the world. It would cause massive lags at some point, but it would be pretty damn hilarious. Illidan just sniped the range back, going down his Illus to mess with Chen a bit, and now jumping back. Niqua, who is kind of the third carry for the side of Sft Esports.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
He's not afraid of showing himself, he's not afraid of putting himself at risk of the gang. Topson meanwhile being ran at. Turns around with the green ball, in comes the end phase, says bye by Chen, giant mana bomb. Now in comes the Phantom Lancer, Phantom Lancer wants man fight here. Illidan manages to get away. Butterfly actually making his life easier, making sure that his mana isn't going to get burned too quickly. Sft Esports, they're pulling ahead by some pretty sneaky tactics, old school alliance style.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Fine. Legion Commander, pretty beefy hero with a good damage out. The only real weakness of a Legion Commander is that you don't have any utility in mid to late game. You can't purge if you're stunned up. You can't use your movement speed if you're stunned up. And well, the duel might be nice. It gets countered real easily by Spurs, especially Urza's stun. So LC, in my opinion, not really that overpowered. Like still me. My clockwork. Won't hit, don't hit. He's going to get X1. It is going to finish the rest. On a wicked 6-3. And Expert.co. They did push down a Medivac. Did show their dominance. Well, Illidan was still coming online. Illidan decided to just make the raid. Came online even faster that way. And now he's ready to fight. Maybe not against DM. But with the butterfly, you are pretty sneaky. Shouldn't worry too much. Pablo just barely getting out.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen. Dire's top shrine is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Problem is the only person to stop Illidan is Phantom Lancer. Maybe if you get ganked down by 3, but still without the Phantom Lancer, Illidan probably just going to face tank and get away. With a Lincoln Sphere, with a Manta Style, you got a good amount of all attributes. Illidan's just running around in the enemy base. Why? Because he can, and that all creates space for Sft Esports to farm some more, get some more
Dire's
core
top
items going.
shrine is under attack.
Earth Spirit fighting the shrine doesn't deal a ton of damage, but I don't need to really mind that.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Still running away from the Phantom Lancer.
Dire's top
Not sure if he
shrine
wants to fight
has
that or
fallen.
not. honestly, at this stage, the problem for Anti-Mage is he doesn't have enough slots. Phantom Lancer's hero, he might not be that strong in a man fight usually, but you need a lot of items to play around him. With only one real physical carry Anti-Mage, that's not going to happen. Legion Commander, if you want to go Battle Fury against Phantom Lancer, you should have done it earlier. Rollins going down to Topson. Illidan looking to red. Terrorblade is actually fend, but Illidan says, come on and fight me, I got a Skull Basher, until the TPs start coming in. This is just a game of chicken to Team Sft Esports here, and Expert.co, if they do get a fight where Phantom Lancer is able to show his true power level and get the good amount of right clicks in, then they can potentially win this game with a single push. So nothing is lost yet for either side, it's just a question of
to the Radiant.
Full of the illusions. You know what Dota should do? They should make the next compendium minigame just a bunch of PL illusions in 2 different colors, man fighting each other. Instead of dumping some dumb ball in, old school, old school gambling casino style. Through that, let us see illusions fight. Of course, not one. Gotta give.
'Tis mine.
Gotta give both sides 2 of the tanky ones from the doppelganger. That would be a fun little mashup. Also, Phantom Lancer with an Orchid now. Going to go for the Bloodthorn if you're going to try and deal with Anti-Mage's evasion. He does have a Lincoln Sphere, so you gotta make sure that that's proc before you use it. But silences him up, prevents him from blinking, gives you some time to burn his mana as well as the truth. So altogether, it does seem like the more efficient item.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Dire side.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Getting pushed in from all sides. Mayrex do regen, so as long as Phantom Lance is alive, shouldn't be much of an issue. But at this point, I think it's just a question of sustain. Niqua still got the Aegis, so could try and pose this distraction for Anti-Mage to get lane up Medirex, or just duel up the hero, get yourself some more free damage going. Ruma's ultimate committed, but Niqua does have BKB, now able to man-fight the Remnant. Anyone gets man-fight by the commander. Meanwhile, the mid lane, there we go. Guess what matchup it is? It is Anti-Mage versus Phantom Lancer. Anti-Mage Illidan is going to lose this one. DM on a monster kill. Meanwhile, Niqua fighting his own little battle. But now DM comes on in, and that means you gotta get out of there as soon as you can. The blink dagger was up, but not long enough for Niqua to blink there.
At any cost!
Goes the Aegis. Just able to blink away now. That was scary, but in the end, Phantom Lance was the one who won. The Orchid alone enabling him to get more hits in on Anti-Mage than Illidan expected, and Illidan, he was caught off guard by that. Didn't have any mana, just decided to right click it up. MKB, that's what this Anti-Mage needs. Just say screw it, boots are for wimps. get an MKB and become the ultimate anti-Phantom Lancer machine. Because otherwise, what are you going to do? DM, he is nearly unstoppable, a complete killing machine. I do like how close this matchup is. For some reason all the late night matchups are close just to make sure I don't get sleep. But I'm enjoying myself and I hope you are too, with this badass schizophrenic cat up against the weird emo kid that hates magic. And surprisingly enough, the Terrorblade, he's not all that significant. He's behind the puck in terms of farm, just kind of helping out here and there. The sidekick of the Phantom Lancer at this point, I would almost dare say. Which of course isn't an insult towards next level on defense.
Radiant
Playing the Terrorblade is just
Invisibility.
only one carry can soak up the farm on the map if you really want to win a game. You can't really split equally heroes. Okay. And then still chat flames with a mythic kill. You all saw that, right? Then insta-kill, however, it might have been pretty cool, but it does prevent experts from pushing. And now B7, next level, whatever his actual name is.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Finally finding his role in the draft. That's pushing. Pushing. Well, DM defense against this push. Since you cannot man fight mid, still you deal a crap ton of damage on the Terrorblade at this stage of the game. Well, Niqua sneaking out of there, going to TP away.
Haste!
And Bloodthorn is available. True Strike,
An exceptional
critical hits for all of the illusions as well. DM, he wants to fight Illidan. He wants to fight him badly. B7, going to go for the bait there. Might lose his own life in exchange. Meanwhile, Solid just got killed. Solid just got insta-killed again, and DM not going to find a good initiation on Illidan there. At least the Terrorblade is going to be fine, but you would have really, really loved it. Phantom Lancer. I think he's going MKB now. Either MKB or lifesteal, those two are pretty much your options. I think that's actually the ultimate build against this particular Phantom Lancer. Satanic, which doesn't cost mana to activate, so you can proc it after your mana has been burned, after you cannot blink out anymore. And then the MKB allows you to actually hit to make of your Skull Basher and Mana Burn. However, those are two really expensive items. For now, it's fine to stick with the Butterfly, just for that agility. Eventually, you do want to replace it, but after you replace your boots, I feel like.
'Tis mine.
What have we here?
Invisibility.
Haste!
Terrorblade, and immediately Illidan is going to jump turbo. Dawn's going to go down, now the Terrorblade getting fueled up is going to go down next. Earth Spirit ultimate, not really able to make that happen either.
Here's a blade in your eye.
Master. Earth Spirit just getting killed up there. Use the Skull Basher. Niqua now taking a ton of damage, trying to get out of there. They do have detection. Niqua trying to get away. the doppelgangers. Of course, Niqua running at like wind now, and look at this fight once again. The illusions just whacking one another. It's giant chaos, but Illidan with the sleep is going to get a bit of an edge. DM now, maledicted up. Illidan still man fighting against the Terrorblade. Terrorblade now dead. Illidan does have mana for a follow-up on Phantom Lancer, but Topson does, and Phantom Lancer is going to go down. Forced to buy back here while Illidan is still going ham on his anti-mage. Hitting everyone left and right. DM Jitzing is back. Roll up on the Phantom Lancer while Illidan is helping with bringing the damage, but the commander is going to win thanks to Topson on the back. I think this is going to settle it, yep. I mean, even if Phantom Lancer would have won that duel, it wouldn't have really mattered.
Dire's bottom
But
barrack. Radiant.
with 40% duel damage, kind of. This was like, never mind. And Sft Esports are victorious here. However, still shout out to expert.co because they're also sponsoring this cup. And I mean, their team has proven they deserve to be here, so in no way we are playing favorites or anything and just letting them in because of that. They actually stood up.
Longer, hurricane to my heart. Do you far away? See the lights on the other side. I'm going to get there and hope we will meet there. Going to get there and hope we will meet there.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Earth Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining.
Alright,
5
ladies and
seconds
gentlemen, we're
remaining.
back with some more Dota. Let's see if Xpet.co are going to be able to take
Radiant
game number
team
2 here against Sft Esports. That last game, it was super exciting. I mean,
Dire team back.
Phantom Lancer was just huge. Eventually, however, SFT finally found a way of going in, killing off one
Radiant
hero after
team
another
back.
instead of
Dire
fighting
team
them head
back.
on. Because head on, it was not going to end well for them, and I think they knew it.
Radiant team back.
Anti-mage against Phantom Lance is kind of one of those matchups. Whoever has more items to counter the opponent wins. And due to the fact that
Dire
Phantom Lancer
team
went
pick.
for the Bloodthorn to counter Anti-mage, whereas Anti-mage went for Radiance or for a Butterfly when he had the choice of countering the Phantom Lancer, because he didn't know that the Butterfly was coming out. So honestly, it wasn't really something Illidan could have done differently, and they won, so no reason to complain. It's just that,
10
you know,
seconds remaining.
person who has the most core items which are good against the other wins that matchup for sure.
Radiant team pick. Dire team.
Clockwork!
Dragon Knight.
Expert.co picking Chen and
10
Dragonite. Chen,
seconds remaining.
he did really well throughout the entire first half of the previous
5
game.
seconds remaining.
And I mean, half of a game might not be enough to carry it, but it's definitely enough to give your carry a bit of an edge.
Razor.
Sft Esports insta counter picking the Dragon Knight with a Razor. I like the Warlock pick here as well, adding some nice AoE stun, the Fatal Bounce, such a nice skill.
10 seconds remaining.
Expert.co. They want to kind of do their own
5
thing,
seconds
draft for
remaining.
synergy, or do they want to counter pick their opponents? Expert.
Dire team ban.
Bad Rider! They do decide on a Bad Rider. Wasting a bit of time. Bad Rider, mixed success against Razor, mixed success against Clockwork. Actually,
10 seconds remaining.
Bad Rider is pretty
Radiant
bad
team
against
ban.
this draft. Once again, Expert dared to
Radiant
take a risk
team
here.
pick.
I mean, last time it almost paid off. So who knows? Because jump on the Razor, you get slowed up. You will probably have a Force Staff, so you can at least lasso him out a bit. But you will take
10
damage, you will get
seconds
slowed.
remaining.
Also jump on anyone except for the Clockwork.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
Clockwork can just cock you in or knock you away with the cocks to waste some of that precious lasso time. Same for the Warlock ultimate, same for Earth Spirit, who can just stun you and then follow it up with slow to prevent you from dragging people out.
Dire team pick.
Anti-mage.
Expert picking the
10
anti-mage.
seconds remaining.
That is always one of those kind of BM moves where you say,
5
okay,
seconds
you use
remaining.
this hero to beat us. Now we're going to show you we can run this hero better, especially because anti-mage, he isn't a particular counter pick here. He is decent against all of these heroes, but he isn't a counter to any of them. It's not like you see a really good opportunity to take it. You feel comfortable going late game, which I mean, I like teams who do know how to play slow, slow matchup, not just constantly run at each other. Running at each other might be fun, but it kind of gets predictable after a while. Now, SFT Esports, or SFT Esports actually, they're deciding on their last pick. There we
Choose your
go! Finally, a Bloodseeker against the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, a hero which kinda has troubles with the blink step. You need a lot of movement speed to be able to pull it off. Unlike the Queen of Pain, where it's easy. So the Bloodseeker can be huge to rupture up the Anti-Mage, force him to not be able to blink out unless he has, I think, a Mantis Stars enough. Maybe you need TP boots. I don't know how the exact number looks like. I do know that you need some kind of a movement speed amplifier though. as we're about to load in, we're going to play another ad for sponsor xbet.co. I know those guys are everywhere right now, which honestly is kind of over the top, but
5 seconds remaining.
they do spend a whole lot of money to improve and keep the Dota 2 community running, so I appreciate it. I mean, I get it, big companies everywhere and all that, but they're doing something good. They are keeping me employed and fed, so just give me a sec, guys. And we got a short pause. Couldn't take all that long. Also, Dota really needs to fix that lock-on camera feature. Great that you can actually move the camera a bit like this. Feels like it's almost floating. The thing is just I can't keep the lock-on stable if I do this. It's one of the things that would make teamfights so awesome if you could just follow an anti-mage blinking all over the place easily, while still, you know, looking at the side where the action is at. We're just going to look at a couple of FP while we're waiting for the teams to ready up. Easy win on the Tinker. Looks pretty pleased with himself. I still don't get how it's supposed to work, that he built freaking Wii remotes with, well, pretty much cyberpunk / Magitech style of equipment. Cyberpunk, I mean clockpunk actually. Clockpunk. I do think so, because there's no smoke or any type of gases and everything looks pretty low tech. Time to get real on the Hobo Meepo. Looks pretty badass. That's about it. Good. Big Daddy from Bioshock looking clockwork. They should have actually given this load a drill, come to think of it. Just imagine that, a freaking Big Daddy, except that it's freaking clockwork, so it's midget. I mean, I guess it might be copyright infringement and all that, but it would be funny to have a midget Big Daddy run around and kill people. I don't know, Dota, I feel like the old Dota had a really well written lore and a really nice amount of comic relief, which we currently don't have anymore. Personalities and everything are kind of bland. You kind of ignore the things people say, except if they, like, Monkey King still makes me angry, but it's not like I actually really care about what my hero has to say. I'm not really glad to hear a certain voice line or anything, which Dota 1 used to have. Used to be so glad when Juggernaut used to, you know, say I'm the Juggernaut bitch, which he still does, but nowadays it's no longer a popular meme or anything.
30 seconds to battle.
I think Volvo needs to fix, because gameplay wise we're in a pretty decent spot right now, especially with the new update coming along. We're using 2 new heroes, hopefully a couple of new items as well. Since new items are great, they improve the meta for both new and old heroes alike. So every position really gets something out of an update. Even the position 5 player who might not get a hero, he can play like with Monkey King or...
The battle begins.
Well, Monkey King, he can actually play every position
His
except
mind
position 5.
is a
So
great conductor.
yes, he was pretty decent after all. When it comes to pleasing the fan base. Freaking XBet everywhere on my screen. XBet over here, XBet over there, and XBet in the corner. It's kinda ridiculous, but the Dota community does benefit from it, so... Top lane Bloodseeker should just be free farming at all times against Sft Esports on the Bad Rider. Not really a lot he can do. Maybe he can abduct a creep wave every now and then with the Firefly, but Chen is going to come in to help. And his big friend, Wildwing Ripper, aka Big Burp. Illidan, he is off to a great start against the mid lane anti-mage here. I am a big fan of the mid lane anti-mage. Southeast Asia meta pulls off quite a bunch. BB is one of the players most notorious for it. And it's so huge because with the mana burn, you actually do have a ton of early game damage, which is something big carries like this don't often utilize. Often the idea is you have really weak early game and then struggle to kind of reach the late game, whereas here it's you have a really good early game, can go for a couple of ganks, then you slow down in the mid game still, but in the late game you make up for that when you're farmed, and it takes far less time and effort for your team to get to that farm speed, because you can farm heroes at a certain stage of the game. Dragonite safe lane seems to be a pretty boring matchup here against the Clockwork. On the bright side, Dragonite is tanky, so you can leave him alone. You don't need to support this lane. XBet.co can focus on helping out whoever needs it, in this case the mid lane anti-mage. Then kinda low on mana, which at least means the pressure is going to ease up a bit. See, Dota should give us a camera like this, where I can just this with one button. I think there's a plugin for that, but the last time I tried to install a plugin for casting, I got the back ban. So yeah, thanks Volvo. Topson. Should be fine here. Takes quite a chunk of damage. It's going to be forced back to the fountain to regen up. But that is all, and that's going to be turbo. We might be in a bit of trouble, but Sasha Clockwork got that. Nobody going to die today, at least. Okay, should be fine.
First blood.
Pablo. That's going to be the first blood. Topson. On the bright side, he doesn't have to go back and regen. His magic sticks almost full charge now as well. He's got the blood rage, but he gets a lane stain. And Pablo, he just really wants to hero dead. I think at this point it's really personal. Trying to go on him twice, dying both. Nearly dying first and then dying again. That's gotta be frustrating, but he got his revenge. His sweet juicy revenge. Nobody going to make him blood like that. Getting away with it. Meanwhile, Sasha Clockwork sitting and farming up a bit. About 3 heroes commit to the lane. Bandrider can't even do anything except for leeching experience. Maybe if Topson is left alone for a really long while, but even then he's pretty quick. The Firefly might even be enough to run him down. He's got quite a bunch of napalm stacks. Bronze 9. I think that's my Pablo as well. I think Pablo needs a new nickname. He should rename himself to Support Fight Club because that's what he does. Back in the day, he used to play offlane a lot. Okay, meanwhile, DM is going to go down. Rip. That Dragon Knight was worth a lot of money, and you can leave him alone when he's only up against the Clockwork. But then when STST comes in all of a sudden and, well, Dragon Knight fails to get away, takes a chunk of magic damage, against which he is far less resistant, then this is kind of bound to happen. But yeah, Pablo used to play a lot of position 3, but then the meta switched, so on the offlane you wouldn't really brawl against other heroes. You just sit there and farm, poke the enemy away out of your lane a couple of times, that was about it. So now he's instead playing the position 4/position 5 support, kind of. Okay. Illidan potentially going to go down, and he will go down. Pablo goes to try and save him, but now Pablo might be going to go down as well. Yeah, he probably is. Just him talking about how great of a guy he is. And I mean, he really is. I might be a bit of a fanboy because of his great sense of humor, and he did manage to heal up enough to get away there. And not getting the right click in immediately. This struggles. Also, this freaking Dragon Tail animation is great. Okay, Niqua in a bit of trouble here, taking some damage with the Dragon Knight magic DPS. Might be a fellow offlane tank, just like the Dragon Knight, but just weak magic DPS. But instead, they turn around on Spawn 9, as STST is there to help out a bit here and there. Great ice path. Just blocking the road, but Turbo might be going down. Pay for that ice pack.
I'll polish my armor in your blood.
Razor just using his ult to farm a couple of engines. I think I switched it. Yeah, I'm going to switch over to network because if everybody's kind of jungling up or killing each other a lot, and both are the case here, then the last hits don't really give a good indication of how well anyone is doing.
Dire's top tower
DM meanwhile, with the epic Dragon Knight skin, pushing up the top tower. And I mean, honestly, that dragon form is dope as hell. I like that whole clean, not so biological dragon look. Let's see, does that dragon have a description?
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It doesn't have a description. I want to read it, but don't really have the time during a cast. Since, as you might be able to tell, I'm a bit of a lore geek myself. At least I need to have something to talk about when the game is quiet. Now all of a sudden it isn't anymore DM being ran once again. A lot of little shrapnel hits connected there. Once more and down. Once again, the game is starting up pretty close though, because look at the top of the net worth. Anti-Mage should be getting some pretty decent battle period timing here at this rate if he doesn't get killed off. Talk about getting killed off. Sounds like Clockwork going down to Topson there. Topson going for the Midas build. Sft Esports, they don't really outscale Expert.co, so the Midas might give you a bit of early experience to help you out getting the ultimate level 2 and stuff, but you actually gotta use your ultimate to really be effective when it comes to combat. Pablo kinda didn't expect. Down he goes. Didn't expect the Spanish 10 position, I guess. That's
Rewarded.
but
Radiant's bottom tower is
the
under
creeps
attack.
coming in. Bit of surprise there. Right, the anti-mage here. Anti-mage taking a ton of damage. Nicholas does seek with the rupture and doesn't manage to blink step. Didn't even have enough health to blink step there. Like I said, you do need some kind of movement bonus. She doesn't yet have, which he doesn't yet have, so. Team Expert taking 2 casualties here due to a bit of freeze for next level.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Anti-mage has 150 movement speed, a blink animation of 0.3 seconds, and
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I want to see the range.
Dire's
I want to
bottom
see the range
tower
in
is
which
under attack.
Rupture doesn't do damage any longer. I think it was either 1.2k or 1.3k, but that really does matter for an anti-mage. I want to do some math here. I'm not good at math, but Dota won't allow it
Dire's
anyways.
bottom tower is under attack.
Set in stone.
Pablo runs in against 2, gets up a big time magnetize and rolls out of there. That Rider shouldn't have touched that remnant, is now going to take a bit more harass damage. They're planning to heal up anyways, so not that big of a deal, but the little things do matter in a close game like this one. Not quite as close with Anti-Mage going down and Bloodseeker being really damn fat all of a sudden. Ted of Might is also starting to generate continuous value. And it's Bloodseeker's task to shut down the Anti-Mage if Sft Esports wants to win this, because Dragon Knight, he can push early on. Late game, he just becomes big frontliner. He deals decent damage, but not really enough to say, okay, you cannot leave me up in a fight, I'm just going to insta-kill you off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is
Sasa
under attack.
gone down to Niqua on top lane. This Anti-Mage, he needs space, and that space is so hard to find. He's kind of forced to fight. If SFE are just going to continue pressuring, continue fighting, which they are more than happy to do. Bloodseeker now going for Radiance. Not that great against Anti-Mage compared to most other heroes. Great against the squishy support like Chen though, and against the creep as well. So altogether still a pretty valid item. Pablo comes in a bit too late there. He could have easily gotten the solo kill on the Anti-Mage. That's the saddest part. I mean, with a stun, a silence, and a lot of DPS, it's kind of big expected. But okay, there's a return kill on SCSE there. The CST, one of those players. Okay, wait, Bad Rider getting stunned up here, taking some damage, getting his damage drained. Manages to get out. These Tempest going on damage on Illidan here. With the Mana Void still not dealing enough though. And Earth Spirit enabling the turnaround with the Magnetize. Bloodseeker nearby as well. Build up. Then in the background there. Turbo goes down next. It's just the supports dropping, which I guess is kind of good that you're cutting your losses. But Expert.co, they need to cut their losses for quite a while to make the Anti-Mage valid all of a sudden.
Lightning strikes twice.
Game's kinda quiet. Random fun fact, raises double damage. Raises double damage sound. His voice line. Lightning does strike twice. The reason why people say lightning doesn't strike twice is because usually after something has been struck by lightning it's no longer the highest point. So it won't struck anymore. Okay, Bad Rider getting stunned up. Burning down, will go down before he makes it up the high ground. And now DM comes around. Enabling 2 kills there before his damage is drained. Now the Bloodseeker is coming in. Enabling Raze to just finish the job. Actually Raze is chasing instead for Turbo. SFTE, they think they can be greedy here. And they get to be. Turbo going down as well. And the only one alive is Anti-Mage who once again gets some space made for him, but at what cost? At the cost of your tier 2 tower. At the very least, which isn't quite worth it, I guess. Sft.co, the first game they were really confident. I think the morale's kind of down. And they still by all means can win this. It's just going to be a really hard game to come back into. As now Sft Esports are ahead by 8k.
For the twins.
To be fair, the Expat lineup, despite having some seasoned players, is still a new lineup, meaning the players aren't quite used to one another. And one thing that some people don't understand about Dota, or don't seem to understand in matches like these, is it takes more than a Rocky-style training montage to turn a relatively, you know, new, at least new to each other Dota team, into what can be the next PI winner. I mean, streamers and big publicity people like Dota, like Puppy, they make it seem so easy.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Because all you see about their training is, we thought he didn't make it and then he made it. Oh my god, he's at PI. And we got another fight. This time around a good fight for Sft.co as they kill Pablo to begin with Niqua, something with counter initiation. Illidan. Oh my goodness, the Dragon Knight damage though. Flashing as well. Now Bloodseeker comes in, trying to turn things around. Will succeed, kills it to 10. Look at that movement speed. Another kill there on the Dragon Knight. And DM going to teleport out. Topson can't stop him from teleporting. Freaking racing car Bloodseeker though. With the Radiance. At least turning what was a really bad fight to a decent fight for SFTE. But Expat, they do take a good fight. Dragon Knight just becoming a huge carry. You can't really ignore Dragon Knight. Thing is, he might not hit as hard as an agility carry, but he makes up for that by being super beefy, super hard to kill, and having splash damage. Which are both really great things. I mean, Medusa is super strong when she gets fed because of the splash damage, so is Dragon Knight. Except that he still the game dynamic of the two is somewhat similar. They both try to secure a ton of experience to get a good start off. Oh, look at Pablo. He sees the low health Bad Rider, wants to go for a kill. Stunned up and manages to walk out of there as Expat, they do make the right read. There's probably backup, but now they try to go for the kill and bring in the Dragon Knight as well to make sure they do get the kill. Niqua, however, killing off Touch Clockwork in return. Poor trade for Dragon Knight ruptured up, getting knocked back by a clock there as he's burning down. Topson on the Bloodseeker, just beast. At least Anti-Mage is getting some space without losing too much. If you lose a single hero, even if it is a really fat hero, it doesn't matter that much. Because AM can continue to farm up, continue to get to the point where he's just impossible to stop, and SFTE they don't have all day. It might still be pretty early in the game, they might still have a really significant gold lead. if they don't capitalize off that gold lead eventually, all of a sudden the tides have turned without them even realizing it. Let's take a global look at items here. I said items. There we go. So, Sft Esports going for a double Midas threat because they know if they go late game, they're not going to have infinite time. Might as well try to scale a bit faster, giving themselves a couple of extra minutes. Topson running around, getting stunned by. Oh my goodness, count stun though. 3-man Warlock ultimate, and down goes the hero. Down goes the 10. Topson doesn't manage to evacuate for the time being. E7 could close the distance here, but Topson, he turns around. Now Godlike with double kill, getting the last there, going back to comfortable health. And he's got his Aghanims coming in. Make sure he gets 2 ultimates.
Radiant's top
Razor meanwhile does say just now going for the BKB. Guessing he's going for the BKB at least. I mean, you could go Aghanims if you want to force your opponent to play it fast. Which, after winning a big team fight like that, all of a sudden, might seem really tempting.
Tower is under attack.
Of course, it does have its drawbacks,
Radiant's
but you will get a crap ton of push, which you potentially could need. After all, most of the push so far from Sft Esports has just come from the Warlock ultimate and from Razor having a ton of damage stolen. Isn't going to be the case forever. In Warlock with the Midas, he will get an Aghanim set, he will eventually reach the threshold as well. Okay, Sasha going down, underestimating the damage on Topson there. Well, I mean, it was kind of an optimistic feat to begin with, but Topson, he's a beast. Well, Anti-Mage, about to get a Thunder Cell, but compared to Illidan last game, the item time is a bit off.
Tower is under attack.
Not gonna lie. He's like 3 minutes behind on what he would need to do. Which is of course because he got killed off early on, back when he had double net worth. Whereas Illidan just played things kind of careful. And when he kind of fell behind, he made up for that with kills. So now the tier 3 tower is going to go down. Rex also starting to crumble a little bit. Of course, they can reason up if there is some kind of defense in their
has fallen.
Next level on the Anti-Mage, continuing to farm up. Hoping that, I mean, you only need 1 lane of Medirex, you still got tier 2 tower, so it's not like defending once Anti-Mage is set is going to be impossible, even if Sft Esports get 5 more minutes to continue their aggression, and Bat Rider getting rescued there from the Earth Spirits. Let's see here. There is so much nasty synergy with the Rupture here. I mean, the Earth Spirit can kick people away, put some Rupture damage, the Cogs, although the damage is kind of minimal, it still is damage, especially if you are forced to reposition yourself after being knocked back by the Cogs. Because then it's pretty much double the damage. Warlock himself doesn't deal damage on a target that's ruptured up, so against Dragon Knight you don't have quite enough, but his team is going to suffer. He might be really tanky, casual 2k health, with a ton of armor. He can just stand still during a rupture, but then if he got snucked to and fro by Earth Spirit and stuff, we're just kind of playing ping pong with the Dragon Knight. Everybody who's tied to him with Fatal Bounce is going to take heavy damage. Razor with the network deals, getting some more AoE to enable the Thirst to really make things happen and tie things out for the team Sft Esports. Time around, Bat Rider does manage to get out of there. While SFT are pushing out the bottom lane, we're just going to watch Anti-Mage. Try and split push, try and farm for a couple of minutes.
And it's off.
Radiant are scanning.
Knows if he goes down once or twice, the game is over. Really being as careful as you can be.
Radiant's bottom
tier
tower
2, the last tier 2
attack.
is going to fall. Which means all of a sudden the base becomes a really delicious target. Illidan, he's got a BKB, so not going to be able to knows
Radiant's bottom
that
tower.
his team still has some time while you're at this big of gold net worth lead. Maybe I should stay gold. Start saying gold lead instead of gold net lead. Back in the day, the network chart showed, at least from the most common mod, it showed both gold and experience, in Dota. Because the Warcraft using the Warcraft playing Dota mod used to work really well until teamfight stuff There was trying to give you a really inaccurate average. So there was a mod made for that by the Chinese tournament. That's set average 50 or 30. Okay, enough of my rant as the Bat Rider is going to be in a bit of trouble. He just sacrificed himself there to get the lasso and is going to die for it. Dragon Knight going down as well. And Kate now kind of forced to join the fight, but realizes, oh crap, SFT are too big for me to handle, and that's exactly the case. As now SFT are going to push down the bottom lane.
You can't escape the unfortunate.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom
getting a oh my goodness, the return kill there on Niqua Illidan went down as well. But Topson, the real raid boss, he's still going at it, hitting the mid-rack. Then he sees the low health hero, decides, hey, I'm going to grab kill here. Sft now chasing for Topson, but look at that damage output all of a sudden with some help from the Herb Spirit. And the Magnesite is getting prolonged. However, now finally the Bloodseeker is dead. Well, one lane of Brax is still standing. And Antimate, he does have the Manta Style. Needs a bit more to finally be officially online, but the Dragon Knight is fat as hell.
My thrift rewarded.
Also, wouldn't it be fun if the Hurricane Pike would give melee heroes infinite attack range after you use it? Just for those 5 hits. I mean, I think one of the main reasons they didn't do that is because it would kind of undermine the purpose of melee heroes. Okay. Asha. Thing locked out by Nobar, but still managed to TP out. There now is a 20k network lead.
Coming in.
Knight
with flair.
We're chasing for the M, trying to set up a kill. The M trying to teleport out will succeed. Poke shot in the other direction. Because there's 2 sweet spots here. You can go like this or like this. Nice save. Meanwhile, Topson, thank you for alerting your caster there with 1,000 resilient pings. Says let's go Roche, guys. I like you picking up. I mean, he probably just said it in comms and people didn't show up fast enough, so Topson, knowing him, he just went like, Roche now, Roche now, go guys. Let's hurry it up a bit. But it makes things easier to not miss kills and objectives. Roche might be an easy one to spot, but he sometimes does the same thing when he's going for a gank and waiting for whatever support here to set it up. Meanwhile, B7 next level, doing the same thing Illidan did last game, just split pushing and going for a couple of towers while your opponent is busy on a different objective. However, the thing is, SFT, they do have a BKB on the Raiders, they do have a BKB on the Bloodseekers, so if those two just proc BKBs, start hitting the racks, there's not really a lot that XBet can do. And 30 minutes mega creep usually means the end of the game, so if SFTE get a good opportunity to run high ground, just start hitting racks while kind of sacrificing himself. Well, because they do that for damage. That's DM. Erupted up. So will Chen, and now Bloodseeker starts getting wrecked. Well, a bad ride Lasso on the back. Lasso on the back line is picking up support, and Mage comes in as well, gets knocked down. Meanwhile, DM almost dropping there, but all that FFP are interested in are those racks. Chen goes down. B7 still trying to fight up. He now does do significant damage, but his health pool is just a bit considering how hard FFP are hitting, and how the racks go down. Not quite as cocky as we thought they'd be. Even less than any racks. Meanwhile, DM about to kill off Niqua there. Niqua going down. Topson will get returned on Koto or on DM though. And that neck is still standing. Can they be defended here? B7 trying his sincere best to command by Pablo, but this is negative. This means probably GG. Anti-Mage gets Battle Fury, so maybe trying to defend could be worth it. Look at Topson. He's going cocky because he has Aegis. Might now get locked down a little bit too close to the That's going to happen. Oh my goodness, he even turned in the right direction for Team Expert.co to kill him off. That just happened. As SFP, they know they probably won this game already. Even Anti-Mage can come back. Oh my goodness, the Anti-Mage gets locked down. Just for good measure, the Manta Dodge off the Warlock ultimate is going to save him. He gets to live another day and heal up. Illidan with the BKB just wants to end this. You aren't really going to get punished for any weak whatsoever at this point. And Turbo goes down, so will Niqua again. Poor little Niqua, but Niqua did really well with Cox. Especially his Cox were amazing. Making sure you don't block off your allies from a kill, which I've seen happen to tier 1 players a bit too often to say that's not the case. Buff buildings are getting decimated by the tier, by the Meanwhile, we've got a really good initiation here for Expert.co. Anti-Mage, he is now online, he is now ready to fight. The problem is just a bit late. As Dragon Knight gets vanished, Anti-Mage gets vanished too. Takes down Dragon Knight there. And the game.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Good game, well played, being called here. And it's been one hell of a game indeed. Topson each putting the exclamation mark behind GG. Especially the first game was insanely fun to watch. At the second one, I think Expert.co, they kind of panicked. Which honestly, after you get beaten by a team where you give it your all and you think, okay guys, we're